Hi guys, you came here to see a restaurant menu design and you love shawarma, so you're definitely in the right place. Let's begin. I hope you will find here something interesting and useful for yourself. Today I am making a design for a restaurant menu Krazy Shawarma. Okay, first we should adjust this piece of meat and make it look more delicious. More colors, fire and vegetables, and it looks much better. In InDesign, I've created a light for a threefold menu. So our picture comes here on the main page. If you didn't believe me about client's name, please take a look at logo. Yes, it's Krazy Shawarma. I'm using delicious fonts for this place. Their names I've left below in the descriptions if you need. Okay, I add address and contact phone of restaurant to the main page. The last elements, and let's move on. Now I'm designing back page of the menu. In the end, I'll show you final result. I've got items names and prices from the client, and our task today to make it look informative and deliciously. Sometimes restaurant owner gives their photos of food, but most of the time they look not pretty good. The reason? Yes, photos hadn't been shot by a professional photographer. So my advice, searching photos on stock, which will display items and match your design. The last is pretty important for the eye-catching result. Next, come to the most boring part of the work, text editing. And we have a lot of it in menu. I really like dividing the items with prices by dots. This looks stylish and the most important, in such way easier to follow the prices. The main text I made bold, and for the description, thin and small. If you're interested, I use Gotham font. Alignments and following the main style is important. It makes your work look professional. To make our design more juicy, I add a picture with meat on the skewer to the next block. As you can see, a combination of yellow, red, black and white perfectly match our design. So I strongly recommend you to use character style options during making design for projects with a lot of pages and text. In such a way, you will be able to change font in all projects in one click. Okay, let's return to the text editing to make a big difference between items names and descriptions. So I increase a bit the font. Now it looks much better. For the next page, I have to find a picture with smoothies. Usually I use deposit photos, but it can be Adobe Stock or other photo bank. I don't need a lot of fruits or other stuff, but only a drink. So this picture fits me. Below, I add a list of items using the same text style as on the previous page. Here you can see smoothies and other drinks like Coke and Pepsi and just water. At the end of the page, we have a lot of empty room. So I place there a glass of cold Coke and move on. Next page is on the inner side of menu. First, I try to prepare salads. I make here left side alignments for text, and picture I place on the right. And I add even one more. 2 bowls of salads should be enough. Let's put here those vector elements. As you can see, for this menu I just used Illustrator for the first time. But in general, InDesign, Photoshop and Illustrator are the main team for menu, brochure or catalog designs. Okay, we've made some decor for these sections. Let's go to the next one. If you are free to make colorful design, you should use different backgrounds or elements to divide sections. In such a way, client in a restaurant can easily follow items in menu. The same we can say about pictures. They make accent on a main dish or a whole section. So, as I said before, text editing takes a lot of time. And here is next page. And no, it's not a salad again, but sandwiches. So here I take my own advice and will show in one picture whole section. Sandwiches look mostly similar and have only different ingredients. Okay, here below I am writing a list of all items, the prices and combo prices. I made them yellow. And you know, I like how they add crazy to items' names. It makes them more interesting, like immediately. Looks like we have some room for another one delicious pictures here. It has a complicated background, so object selection wouldn't work here. That's why I use old good pen selection method. Those sandwiches looks even better because we are able to see the ingredients. Just look at them. Okay, looks pretty good. The last but not least page, the hardest one. A lot of people think that we are designers create some magic with mouse and keyboards. So, you know, let's create this list of items instead of writing it. Okay, I add a chicken stew here. Let's make a different size of food pictures for contrast. Here we see enlarged ingredients. Looks great. The last detail and done. Here is the end of the page. I write the important info for future restaurant clients. Such warnings are placed everywhere with small font, but no one read it. Okay, it's finished. As I said before, I'm showing you how the menu will look after being printed. Both sides. And guys, I was glad to show you how I work. If you have questions, please, we'll write them in comments, and don't forget about like. If you or your business needs design or developer services, come to our site. There you will find our portfolio and will connect with us. Link in the descriptions. Till next time.